All right, we're here at Mr. and Mrs. Srubar's house. We're doing siding and windows for them. It's going to be a good little project, and we're going to take a look around on the video here and talk about scope of work. First of all, starting in this corner of the house here, we're going to be overlaying all the siding. The siding's in good condition for us to do overlay, so we can save a good chunk on the job here by doing the overlay system, putting our Tyvek on top of the existing face siding. After we take off all the trim, we're going to Tyvek it. We'll do elbow flash and straight flash systems on the windows and doors that are in siding, and then we'll basically put all our trim back and then continue on with the siding. So that's what we're going to do, all except for one area here, which we'll point out on the video. So here we're going to put in a gliding window right up front. The front of the house gets a lot of exposure, so we're actually doing sunglass HP sun on this window, and then this window right back here as well. So starting with the siding, we are doing a fascia overlay. So we're going to use the existing fascia. Again, pretty good shape. There's really not any areas where we need to do major repairs. So we will be doing a fascia overlay. All fascia except for the back patio, kind of sunroom, sun porch. Everything else will be getting the Hardie fascia on it, so it lasts an extra long time. Here gable, we're going with vertical Sierra siding. We're going to paint the gable vent up top. We're going to paint that to match the siding color. I believe we're going to stick with the same kind of color scheme. I'll confirm that, but I think that was our notes from last time. Up front here, again, replacing this with a single gliding. All this 1x6 trim. We got some 1x8 trim here. We're going to duplicate all this trim to look exactly as it is now, to stay continuous kind of with the look that's going on. So all this will be rewrapped on the front and a couple other areas with the same dimension trim that we have now to preserve that look. Gable vent's in good shape. We just need to paint it, do some minor touch up on the flashing there. It's kind of bent, but other than that, the flashing down here on the bottom is a little bent. Otherwise, just going to paint the vent to match, and it should look good as new. Again, some more of that 1x6 trim right here, all the way up underneath, and then also up top to the gable peak on both sides here. So that'll all be duplicated with the same look in Hardie. Coming over here to the porch area, again, we got this trim, 1x6 all the way around here. We're going to duplicate that same look. These vertical posts, we're going to wrap those in Hardie as well. And again, coming over here, maintain the same look with that Hardie trim. With this post here, let me see, get some light. Same idea here. We're going to face that with Hardie. Underneath, basically all in good shape here. Do an overlay. We got the fascia all up top here. Fascia all the way around here. This is the only area down here, hopefully we can see it on the video, that we're going to need to tear off, put up 7/16" OSB, and then continue with our process. Sunlight's causing fits here. But you can see right here, really in the shadow, there's some really bad rot all across the bottom. So this little section right here, a little 1 foot by probably 7 feet, is going to be torn off. We'll inspect the framing, the base plate especially, because we're right there at the foundation line, and then OSB it, Tyvek, and siding. Everywhere else we're in good shape. We don't have any metal drip. We just have a 1x2 drip. I have to check my spec sheet, but I believe we are doing the drip edge too. I'll have some confirmation on that when I double check that on my spec. But here you can see this trim that we're looking at all the way around here is going to be duplicated with the Hardie look. This vertical post here is going to be wrapped in the Hardie plank, as well as this post. You can barely see that in the sun here. This post here is going to be wrapped in Hardie as well, so we won't have any rot issues. This is pretty, pretty cosmetic, but it does go in maybe a little layer or two, but so we don't have issues like that occur. That Hardie will prevent that from happening. Coming around to the front, gable over the garage, same idea here, painting the gable vent, maintaining this same 1x6 trim look, kind of raised, and then scoops back down over the garage, wrapping the garage door frame with the Hardie material. Again, 1x6 facing. Soffit's in great shape. We're just going to seal, prep, and paint the soffit. There's really no issues with the soffit. This little stretch of gutter here, about 16 feet, that's coming off, and it's just going to stay off. It's probably not doing anything at this point in time anyways, based on the angle that it's at. So that's just going to come off and stay off. Small little area here where the downspout, same idea here, no rot. We're just going to basically be using that as our substrate. Again, the gable over here, good shape. No need to do anything. We kind of got that gable vent up top there that we're just going to be painting to match the existing siding. Otherwise, the gable's in great shape for just doing our overlay and continuing on with the Hardie. Coming back to the back of the home here. Again, siding, fascia. We got our siding here. Let's see, no windows on the left side of the home. This little window we're going to have to take a look at. Let's see. This is in the master bath. Yeah, about 10.5, so we're still a little narrow for the 11.5 minimum dimension. So I'm going to have to give this measurement to Jim here and just confirm what we can do here with the with this window and making it fit. We were hoping we were going to be more around 11.5, but we're actually on window width we're only about 10.25. So we'll have to address that and see what we can do to accommodate a replacement window there. Here, going with a single gliding, and in this bay window here, we have a center gliding window flanked by 2 picture windows. So that's what we're going to be doing there with the RBA. Now up top might be a little tough because the sun. Oh boy, you barely see this here. But this little over the bay window, you got some roof that shoots out, fascia specifically that shoots out. This board right on top here that goes up about another 15 feet, that needs to be replaced. It's rotten on both sides. We need to replace that with a 2x lumber. Actually, it's about a 1x, actually not a 2x. Replace that with 1x fascia, and then continue on with our fascia overlay. We got some rot up there on the freeze board. Looks like there's some steel mesh on there, so obviously that's a problem place, which will be completely solved with the Hardie. No issues there. But that freeze board will be replaced. All exterior trim, corner trim, door trim, window trim will all be in the Hardie material. And like I said, up top we're going to do some fascia repair up on this vertical or on that horizontal run before we do a fascia overlay. And then over here we're not doing anything on the sunroom, the screen porch, and that goes basically to that corner. The existing fascia on this entire run of screen porch area is inside, concealed underneath the screen room, so we're not doing anything in there. And this is where you can see right up here, it's a little better with the sun, on this right edge here is where we do need to do the fascia repair before we continue on with the fascia overlay. Again, here we got this one, the left window of this bay is actually inside the screen room. That's going to be a picture window, gliding window, picture window. And then coming over here to the right side, you can see that gable. There's nothing really over here. Right up to this corner where the sunroom meets the existing fascia is where that is going to stop. So that's kind of our scope of work here for the rear of the home. We do have a, I don't think we're going to be able to, yeah, we're not going to be able to see through that. We do have a gliding window right here that we're going to be replacing. There's a double French doors here inside that we're not going to be doing anything with. Let's see if I can open this up and take a look. Yeah, so here's our double set of doors here. This is the window where we're doing a picture window that goes into the sunroom here. And then we got the gliding window further over here underneath the screen porch. And leaving that area alone that's concealed underneath the sunroom here. So this is basically, this corner here is where we're stopping with our siding. And that's pretty much the scope of work. Mr. and Mrs. Srubar, we appreciate you choosing Southwest Exteriors. We look forward to working on your project and giving you guys a great experience. Thanks so much.